Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're your hosts, John and Tiffany from the Moore's Global Finance Podcast team. And today we're going on a deep dive into the world of silver gold bull. You've probably heard of them. They're big in precious metals investing. But what makes them stand out? And more importantly, could they be the right fit for your investment strategy?
Well, the first thing that struck me was their reputation. I mean, when you see a company consistently pulling in 4.8 stars or higher across thousands of reviews on sites like Trustpilot, and the Better Business Bureau gives them an A-plus rating, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that's not just luck, right? That level of consistent positive feedback, it makes me think they're doing something right, especially in an industry like precious metals where trust is everything.
Exactly. You're literally handing over a chunk of your wealth hoping it grows. You need to feel confident in the company handling it. And it seems like Silver Gold Bull has really nailed that customer trust aspect.
Okay, so they're trustworthy. But what about their actual offerings? I was blown away by the sheer variety they have. And it's not just gold and silver coins. They've got platinum, collectibles, even jewelry.
That's what I found fascinating. It suggests they're not just catering to one type of investor. You could be someone looking for a traditional hedge against inflation with gold. Or maybe you're interested in rare coins for their historical value. They seem to have something for everyone.
You know what caught my eye? The pre-1933 U.S. gold coins. It makes you think about how precious metals have always held value, even through major historical shifts.
And that ties into why a lot of people are drawn to precious metals in the first place. It's not just about potential profit. It's about holding something tangible, something with inherent value that stood the test of time.
Absolutely. But let's be honest, not everyone wants to stash gold bars under their mattress.
Okay.
Which brings me to another thing that impressed me about Silver Gold Bull. Their services. They don't just sell you precious metals, they help you navigate the entire process. Take their precious metals IRAs, for example.
For someone new to this, could you break down what a precious metals IRA actually is?
Of course. A precious metals IRA is basically a way to diversify your retirement savings with physical gold or silver. Silver Gold Bull walks you through the entire process, from setting it up to managing it. It's like having a guide in a potentially complex world.
That's key, especially if you're worried about the long-term health of traditional investments. We're seeing more and more people looking for tangible assets, things that are less susceptible to market fluctuations.
And when it comes to protecting those assets, Silver Gold Bull partners with Brinks Global Services for storage. That's about as secure as it gets. Plus, they offer insurance through Lloyd's of London, so you know your investments are literally locked down tight.
That peace of mind is probably worth a lot to people, especially if they're new to precious metals investing. Knowing you don't have to figure out secure storage on your own, it takes a lot of the guesswork out of the equation.
It definitely does. But what about investors who are a little more, shall we say, experienced? Silver Gold Bull seems to have something for them as well, right?
Absolutely. They have specialized services for high net worth individuals. Think dedicated support from senior executives, access to rare or exclusive products, and more personalized market insights.
So it's like a VIP experience for serious investors? They're not just catering to the masses, they're recognizing that different investors have different needs. I like that.
It shows a deeper understanding of the market and a commitment to building long-term relationships with their clients. They're not just trying to make a quick buck, they're in it for the long haul.
Okay, so let's say you've invested with Silver Gold Bull. Maybe you've got some gold tucked away in their super secure vault, but then life happens and you need to access that cash. How easy is it to sell?
Well, Silver Gold Bull has streamlined that process too. It's just 3 simple steps. You call them for a quote. If you're happy with the price, they send you a prepaid shipping label. You ship your metals, they verify them, and then bam, payment within 1 business day.
Wow, that's fast.
It's all about liquidity. Being able to easily access your funds when you need them is crucial, especially in today's unpredictable market. And it seems like Silver Gold Bull has that covered.
So far, they're ticking all the boxes. Strong reputation, diverse products, comprehensive services, and a focus on customer satisfaction. But is there more to the story?
You know, there is. Something that really impressed me was their dedication to education. We'll dive into that more after. We'll dive into that more later. They've got a whole treasure trove of resources on their website, guides, videos, all sorts of things, explaining the ins and outs of precious metal investing.
It's like they want to make you a mini expert yourself.
Exactly. And that really stood out to me. It suggests they're not just after your money. They genuinely want you to understand what you're investing in. They demystify this complex market and make it accessible to everyone, from seasoned investors to complete newbies.
Which is smart, right? Because the more informed you are as an investor, the more confident you're going to be.
Yeah.
And that builds trust.
Absolutely. And that focus on education might be particularly appealing. To those who are feeling anxious about the current economic climate, let's face it, inflation is a big concern for a lot of people.
It's on everyone's mind.
Yeah.
And precious metals, especially gold, are often seen as a hedge against inflation. But why is that?
Well, unlike paper currency, which can be devalued by governments printing more money, gold is a tangible asset with inherent value. It's historically held its purchasing power, even during periods of economic turmoil.
So in a way, investing in precious metals is like having an insurance policy against economic uncertainty.
That's a good way to put it. It's like a safety net for your portfolio, potentially offsetting losses from more volatile investments. Of course, every investment comes with risks, and precious metals are no exception.
Right, diversification is always key. But having a portion of your portfolio in assets like gold or silver could provide a sense of stability, a bit of a buffer against the ups and downs of the market.
Precisely. And that's where Silver Gold Bull's diverse offerings come in handy. Whether you're looking for the stability of gold, the industrial potential of silver, or even something more unique like those pre-1933 gold coins, they've got options to fit different risk profiles and investment goals.
And speaking of transparency, another thing that impressed me was their straightforward pricing. No hidden fees, no commissions, everything's laid out in black and white.
Transparency is crucial, especially in a market that can feel a bit opaque to outsiders. Silver Gold Bull's approach really eliminates that fear of being taken advantage of.
It makes you feel like you're dealing with a company that has nothing to hide, which is exactly what you want when it comes to your hard-earned money. And their transparency extends beyond just pricing. They're also very clear about the origin and authenticity of their metals.
Yes, they source their metals directly from reputable mints and refineries, like the Royal Canadian Mint, which is known for its high standards, so you know you're getting the real deal, not some knockoff.
It's like having a guarantee of quality built in. You're not just buying a piece of metal, you're buying a piece of history, a piece of security. And speaking of security, we've talked about their storage solutions, but it's worth emphasizing just how robust those are. Partnering with Brink's Global Services and offering insurance through Lloyd's of London sends a strong message.
It's clear they take the safety of their clients' assets very seriously, and that probably provides a lot of comfort, especially for people who are new to precious metals and might be hesitant about storing them at home.
Exactly. You're not leaving your investment to chance. It's being professionally guarded in a secure, insured facility. Plus, they have that instant liquidity program, which means you can quickly and efficiently sell your assets if needed.
Which brings us back to that idea of flexibility. Silver Gold Bull seems to have thought of everything to make the process as smooth as possible, whether you're buying, storing, or selling. They're really covering all the bases.
It's impressive. And it goes back to what we were saying earlier about their commitment to customer satisfaction. They're not just selling a product. They're building a relationship with their clients based on trust, transparency, and a shared passion for these timeless assets.
It's a refreshing approach in an industry that can sometimes feel a bit impersonal. They've managed to bring a human touch to the world of precious metals investing. But there's one more thing I want to touch on, and it relates to those educational resources we mentioned earlier.
You know, it's one thing to offer educational resources, but it's another to make them genuinely engaging and informative.
What struck me is that they don't just give you the basics. They dive deep into the nuances of different precious metals, the ins and outs of IRA investing, even market trends and analysis.
It's like they're handing you the keys to the kingdom, saying, hey, we don't want you to just blindly trust us. We want you to understand this stuff inside and out.
And they make it fun. I was clicking around their website, and they have these really well-produced videos explaining complex concepts in a way that's easy to digest, even if you're a complete beginner.
That's so key in today's world. We're bombarded with information from all sides. It can be so overwhelming. Silver Gold Bull seems to cut through the noise and provide clear, actionable insights.
It all comes back to that idea of empowerment. They want their clients to feel confident in their decisions, not just because they're trusting a reputable company, but because they genuinely understand what they're investing in.
And that peace of mind is priceless. It's not just about potentially growing your wealth. It's about taking control of your financial future and feeling secure in your choices.
Exactly. So as we wrap up this deep dive into Silver Gold Bull, what's your biggest takeaway? What makes them stand out from the crowd?
For me, it's the combination of expertise and approachability. They've got this deep knowledge of the precious metals market, but they don't talk down to you. They meet you where you're at, whether you're a seasoned investor or just dipping your toes in.
I couldn't agree more. They've managed to blend that rock-solid reputation with a genuine commitment to customer education and support. It's a winning combination.
And for our listeners out there who are maybe considering adding precious metal to their portfolios, what's your final thought for them?
I'd say this in today's uncertain world. It's more important than ever to diversify your investments and explore different asset classes. Precious metals have a long history as a store of value and a hedge against inflation. Whether or not they're right for you is a decision only you can make. But hopefully this deep dive into silver gold bull has given you some food for thought and some valuable insights to help you on your financial journey.
Well said. And that's a wrap on another deep dive. We're John and Tiffany from the Moore's Global Finance Podcast team signing off. Thanks for joining us. And until next time, keep learning, keep exploring.